Welcome to the Light and Love Box channel. You are part of a growing community bringing peace, possibility, and prosperity to help transform our world with light and love. My name is Tracy Anderson.
Welcome, and my name is Joe Courier. This month, we are going to be talking about ambition.
So, ambition has quite a connotation. So, before we even get started, I want us to just simply talk about what is the definition of ambition.
Yes.
So, ambition is a strong desire to do or achieve something, just something, typically requiring determination and hard work. It is such a simple definition that I feel like has been turned into this crazy thing.
But when we are thinking about athletes, we want them to be ambitious.
Mhm.
We want them to have a goal and to be passionate about it and going for it.
Mhm.
When we talk about, our futures, we want our children sometimes to be ambitious so that they dream big and they don't limit themselves. And they have that opportunity to be creative and carefree and to truly put their heart into something.
Mhm.
So that's a very positive thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know how we got from point A to point B to where it's something beautiful to where it's something that is looked badly upon.
And Tracy discovered that because she woke up thinking about, wonder what ambition means.
Yeah, I grew up in a home where my ambition was fostered and nurtured and
Supported.
I guess I never really understood that other people were experiencing a completely different scenario as it relates to ambition. I didn't know.
Well, and I shared with Tracy, I know someone who grew up, and because that person was ambitious, a step parent was incredibly harsh with that person. And so in this case, ambition was almost, it was as if that step parent wanted to drive that will and that ambition out of the child. But instead, it
Mhm.
actually backfired and it turned the other way.
Well, thank goodness for
Yeah.
that. But how many people does that happen to that it keeps that down? It keeps that passion out.
And it makes someone feel small. And that's not where we need to be as human beings. We need to, and we talk about this often, be in a place where we love ourselves, first of all.
Mhm.
And when
Yes.
things around us make us feel small, you don't love yourself. You criticize yourself. You look
Mhm.
at everything that, oh, if I do that, it's going to make it worse.
Mhm.
And that squashes ambition, that squashes passion, squashes the drive and the will to
Mhm.
do something new and exciting.
Well, when you do not have passion, I don't feel like you can truly connect to your life purpose.
Oh, no, no.
Without that passion. So we need ambition to go
Yes.
down the path of our life purpose.
Right. And, like anything, ambition has varying degrees.
Mhm.
But I think at the root, being ambitious is actually a proactive part of being a human.
Mhm.
Like I said, aspiring to something bigger, dreaming, having a goal. All of
Mhm.
those things come with ambition.
Yeah.
But now share what you found.
Oh, oh, you want to talk about getting me fired up about something. Okay, so I had to write it down because I did not want to dilute how crazy these things that I found were. So the first one was ambition is not a weakness unless it is disproportioned to capacity. To have more ambition than ability is to be at once weak and unhappy.
It doesn't even make sense to me.
This statement puts so much fear into a person because then you automatically begin to doubt what your abilities actually are.
Mhm.
Well, okay, I have this passion, but do I really have the ability to pursue it?
Or ability translate into talent,
It
perhaps.
Yes, and then people spiral down this horrible rabbit hole of looking at themselves negatively and thinking that they don't have what it takes to do it.
Right. And
And
they become self-critical and
yes,
even more unhappy.
yes. And so then people just don't pursue their passion because then they don't feel like they have the capacity to do it.
Right. And how do we measure human capacity, by the way? I think capacity really is unlimited. Look at the amount of brain that we have that they say that we don't use.
Um,
I think we have a lot of capacity.
Okay, first of all, let me just say if you have the passion for something, it is there for a reason. You have that passion because that's your purpose. That
Right.
so the even if you don't have the capacity right now, you're going to learn along the way.
Right.
You're going to meet people that are going to contribute to this
Right.
thing or something that you're trying to do that can help you accomplish it.
The resources you need will find their way to you.
Yes.
All of those things will come together when you dream it, you manifest it, and you make it something that is a part of your passion, your
Yes.
purpose.
Yes. So capacity, your how you look at yourself and the capacity you think you have
Mhm.
to pursue something should never
Right.
play into something that you are passionate about
Mhm.
or you have ambition to pursue. It should never
No.
that should never play into it.
Well, isn't there an expression about capacity? Because you really never know how much capacity you might have until you're pushed to do a little more or give a little more or think a little
Yes,
more or to just express.
that is so true. I just can't even right now. So I have another project that I'm working on. And I actually had someone say that to me one time, that they didn't believe that I had the capacity to do it. And now I come from the position of I was nurtured, I was fostered to be ambition and go after my passion. So that person, I just looked at them and I'm like, you watch me go.
It became a challenge.
Becomes a challenge. But for
Yeah.
other people, that might not be the case.
Right.
But yes, I am on, I've I've embarked on this crazy adventure of something that technically I've had to learn so much along the
Mhm.
way.
But that speaks to your capacity, Tracy. Ability to actually grow and learn and to do it through not, I mean, I'm sure you've reached out to resources, but a lot of it just is your own internal seeking and your
Yes.
ability to grasp it, understand it, and make it real. And you know what? That's what we want our kids to do. We want them to be thinkers. We want them to have the opportunity to believe in themselves.
Mhm. Yeah, so the other connections that I was reading about is that ambition is tied to two things. One, arrogance, and then two, unhappiness. I I just it boggles my mind these connections that have been made. I cannot to be passionate about something when you can share that passion with others
Mhm.
and I don't like it's
So,
beautiful. It's amazing. It's not arrogance. It's your passion. Of course, I get there's a balance to
right,
everything,
there's
right?
always two ends of the spectrum,
Yes.
extremes. Yeah.
Yes, people can take anything to an extreme one
Mhm.
way or the other.
Mhm.
I'm talking about from a balanced perspective. Like if you're coming at ambition and you have passion with something from a balanced perspective, when you share that with others, it becomes something that's wonderful
Yeah.
and builds other people up and
Spreads a
helps
little joy inside of
yes.
yourself, inside of others. See,
Yes.
I was struggling with the idea that if you have ambition, that you're unhappy. So to work hard for something makes you unhappy? To strive to do your best? That almost seems like it's the wrong correlation in my mind.
Well, think about when you're doing something that you love.
Mhm.
Okay, it doesn't matter if you're making money with it or if you're just doing it as,
Right.
something that you donate or what, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't
But
matter.
it's the process and the opportunity to share something that makes you happy.
Well, it doesn't feel like work at
No,
that
not at
point.
all.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you're doing what you love and you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like work.
Well, and there is a country western song that says, "Do what you love, but call it work." Yep. I think they've got the right idea.
Yeah, I just that those connections were just very difficult for me to
Well,
grasp.
and I think rightly so, because you weren't taught to be small. And, no one should be taught to be small or to minimize themselves or their opportunities or their dreams or their capacity to take things in and then to share.
Right.
And, Tracy and I, we talked ahead of time about what the rune and what the tarot card meant in connection with ambition. Because ambition isn't a negative thing. Of course, again, we talked about the fact that it is always, there is an extreme. And if you are ambitious to the point where you just have disregard for other people, for other
Right.
things, then that is hurtful. But in this case, what does it mean?
So the rune that comes into play with ambition is Fehu, which is typically tied to abundance and prosperity through your own endeavors, financial security, success, unexpected good luck, wealth, money and assets built up through hard work.
If you Google the things that people most want in their lives, they want their purpose, they want to be secure, and a lot of people seek financial or other forms of abundance. So that is a positive way that ambition helps us.
Mm, Well, and honestly, I there is a connection between the two,
Mhm.
right? Like just you can't just sit at home and do nothing
Right,
expecting abundance, especially if you're looking at financial
right.
abundance, right?
Okay.
You can't just expect it to just magically, come to
Some
you.
people win the lottery, but that's
Sure,
like few,
That's like
few and far between. I hear you. I hear you.
yeah. So typically, I think there's it's almost like that reward system. Okay,
Mhm.
you're passionate about something, you pursue it, you're ambitious,
You
and then
learn, you've got drive, you've got goals, you've got hope and faith and dreams and
yes,
yeah,
abundance is like the byproduct
yeah,
of that.
yeah. And abundance doesn't mean that you have the ability to sit in the bathtub and throw money because you don't care that it gets wet. I mean, abundance is simply the fact that you have what you need.
Mhm.
And we all have different levels of what we need in our life.
Mhm.
But financial abundance means that you have the capacity to take care of yourself and perhaps someone else that you love.
Mhm.
And that's really, in my heart, that's all I need.
Right.
Just enough. Yeah.
And that's okay that everyone has different varying levels
Mhm.
of
Yeah.
what abundance means to them.
All right. So let's look at the tarot card then.
Okay, so that's the tarot card. So it is sudden and unexpected shifts in energy, flash of truth, strength and reliability, destruction and growth.
Okay.
Okay. So when we're looking at the healing components, I think it really draws it right back to ambition because it's clinging to the past, delaying change, rejection, fear of change or growth, and lack of passion. And everything that I see when I'm looking at how, wherever this belief comes from regarding ambition. It, to me, when I look at it, it's just rooted in fear.
Yes.
It
Yes.
is so rooted in fear.
Fear and on some level, almost control,
Mhm.
because there has to be some frame that looks at wanting to control thoughts and humanity and opportunities.
Mhm.
And, it's just interesting because a lot of people hold on to fear,
Mhm.
and fear is they have control through fear.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, so
Yeah.
many things are done
Yeah.
that way.
This month, the ambition part is actually a very rich, very bright place inside of all of us.
Mhm.
It's that place where, if we go back to hopes and dreams, that's where it starts.
Mhm.
And so it's almost like that little spark underneath those things for someone to accomplish and to live in a place where they feel like they're accomplishing. And there's no measure to that. You don't
Mhm.
have to accomplish all from this percentage to something greater in order to feel like you are living your purpose
Mhm.
or living what you need to be giving back to others.
Mhm.
And we just need to be kind. We just need to be in a place where we stop criticizing and limiting. And I know I sound like a teacher because I am a teacher, but that's how children are often held in the space of being limited or being told that they aren't good enough or that they need to do more, and that there's never a standard that they can meet that's a high enough standard. And I saw that over and over. And it, for every one negative aspect in someone's life, and I particularly a child, it takes at least 7 positives to occur to begin to bring that back into a balance. A
Mhm.
7-to-1 ratio of being torn down or lifted up before they can move forward and feel like they aren't a failure or that they aren't enough.
That is a very disturbing ratio
It is.
because how often is a child, person, it doesn't matter, how often is somebody going to be torn down one time and receive seven things to boost them
Right.
back up?
And it has to be within a time frame. Otherwise, all that happens is those other continued negatives compound and build. And so, by the time you get to be midlife, if all you've had is that repeated negativity, I don't know, it makes it very hard to come back.
That is extremely sad.
Yeah.
That is extremely sad.
But that's not the story that we believe in.
No.
And it's not the story that we hope any of you believe in either.
Well, the whole premise to Light and Love Box is empowering yourself, healing yourself, and moving forward.
Right.
So I think that is extremely important here as well.
Yeah. Well, thank you for allowing us to come at you with all of our thoughts and our rants and our beliefs.
Well, I think people are going to find that this box by nature is very fiery anyway. So
Yeah, it does have a lot of
video
fire elements in it.
will translate into that ritual. So, if you would like to dig deeper and learn more about what we are doing, please visit the links below. And we would love for you to like and subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified every month when we release new content.
Thank you for joining us, and we hope you continue to join Light and Love Box as we change collectively the one rant or rave or box at a time.
Yes. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Not bad. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.